You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Capricorn, hi. Welcome to your April Alchemy Scope. So let's get started. I'm doing everything together. This is going to be a simple, quiet spread, I think. I'm not feeling very well actually right now, but let's move in. Let's dive in, and who knows, maybe I'm not feeling well and it's reflecting something going on for you. So let's kind of just tap into the spread, and I'm going to move a little bit slower perhaps. Okay, so let's get going. So what event, circumstance, or situation is likely to be coming forward for Capricorn-centric people over the course of this April 7th Aries new moon cycle? Capricorn. Okay, Cap. So let's take a look. I'm going to pull the spread, and then we're going to talk about the Sabian symbol. Beautiful cards. Fabulous cards. Wow. Amazing cards. I mean, Capricorn. Yeah, the not feeling well is not being reflected in this for you at all. So very interesting. So let me talk to you about the Sabian symbol, the amazing Sabian symbol that came up for the collective. So whenever I pull up the Sabian symbol, we're tuning into the degree point that the moon and sun are conjunct this month for the Aries new moon occurring on April 7th. It's happening at 18 degrees Aries. The symbol is magic, literally. The symbol is the magic carpet of Oriental imagery. Take a look at the scene here.
Under, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go.
So Aladdin, the music, the words expresses everything, a whole new world. I mean, this is about a whole new point of view. And it literally is. I mean, via magic, via freedom from the mundane, we're elevated and able to see clearly, long view and broadly. It's a beautiful symbol. It is a matter of, it is talking about, it's imbuing the whole symbology and the meaning set around freedom, around clear seeing, around long view, you know, seeing holistically and seeing the long term. So it's interesting too for you because you received the later card here, which we'll talk about. This is talking about future. So very interesting, very, very interesting indeed. Now for you, the amazing I Ching that came up. So the Sabian symbol is for the collective. So that storyline of a magic carpet is impacting humanity. If we tune into Capricorn Sign-centric people, that demographic of Capricorn. I pull up the I Ching to get a flavor. What is the energy that's kind of underpinning the Capricorn story? For you, you received number 22, Grace and Beauty, Capricorn. And Grace and Beauty is about, it's a soft energy. It is about appreciating the beauty that is at hand. You're able to see the subtleties. You're able to pay attention to the qualities of life versus the quantities of life. That is inherently what grace and beauty is about. There is a softness, there is an elegance to it, there's a receptivity to it, there's an attention to beauty. Beauty is very important in life. We forget about that. Modern humans have completely negated the value of beauty. Beauty is part of natural systems, and we have denied it and made it something kind of, non-necessary. But beauty is natural. So when we're not in a state of beauty, there's something awry. So for you, this is a chapter that is infused with grace and beauty, which I love for you because I'm looking at this spread and it's really stunning. I mean, at the center for you, Capricorn, there is a communication that has to do with your future that either comes to you or that you instigate. So either you communicate something that has to do with your future, or you're engaged in some negotiation with somebody that has to do with your future, or you receive a communication that has to do with a next chapter for you, something long term. It's supportive. I mean, in the spiritual sector, the support card is coming up. So over the course, and again, this is a general reading. This is not going to apply to everybody, but we are tapping into these trajectories, these storied trajectories of unfolding. But for a lot of you, spiritually, you are going to feel supported. You're going to feel held. You're going to feel nurtured somehow. It might be that you actually, some of you might encounter your guides in a more defined way over the course of this cycle. They are getting stronger, more powerful. We're moving in, we're evolving the veils are quite thin just naturally now because the energy has raised, the frequencies have all raised, we are raising, our frequencies are shifting and raising and becoming higher. And because of that, we're matching, or at least we're coming to a point where we're able to meet more closely those that are around us, So it might be that you really start to experience the support at hand for you in a more defined way over the course of this cycle. You're going to be, like your perspective over the course of this cycle is going to be one with a bit of a sense of humor. And I have to say, I like this a lot for you because Capricorns can be very task-oriented and very goal-oriented and very material-oriented. And so for you to lighten up your mind to access a sense of humor is, wow, how amazing is that? I mean, there's just a lightness at hand there. And by the way, that's tapping into both the magic carpet, which inherently is light, fun, and free, but also it's tapping into the grace and beauty aspect as well. So for a lot of you out there, you're going to be lightening your mind. You might take things with a bit of a grain of salt, which is very, very, very good to hear. Emotionally, you're going to be feeling great. Look at this. I mean, glory and celebration both came up in your emotional sector here. So over the course of the cycle, wow, you're going to be feeling good. And it might be too that you become more social over the course of the month. There might be some social gatherings that emerge, or that even you plan perhaps, but that you feel good. You're feeling like you're able to be social. You're feeling good. It's fabulous. Now, at the foundations, You know, it's hard for me to really assess what this is talking about. I mean, it could be that for some of you, there's a lover coming into the picture, or there's a love, or with regards to a lover, you're taking, what do I want to say? It's almost like you're taking a bit of a, a break. I mean, the rest card is coming up. So it might be that for some of you, it's like you're because you have this sense of humor, like you're lightening up your mind and your thoughts around some things. And it very well could be with regards to a lover or a partner, that you're lightening up your ideas, your perspectives, your beliefs around love relationships or a particular lover or partner that you have. And you're letting yourself take a break from maybe having too much attachment. You know, maybe you've been in a phase of just applying too much expectation to the lover or to the idea of a lover. And you're actually just lightening up. You're considering things for the future, certainly, because there's some communication that comes. By the way, it could be that for some of you, a communication comes to you from a lover with regards to the future. Now, it could, I mean, this is going to be a very small percentage, but it could be that that's a proposal. It could be that that's a proposal, that there's a communication about the future that comes, which could be a marriage proposal, that you're feeling, you know, happy about it. You're feeling the emotions are glory and celebration. You feel that you'll be supported, and it has to do with a lover. So for some of you, there might be an engagement coming, okay? Now, for those that aren't getting engaged, it could be moving in together. For example, it could be some communication coming from a lover that has to do with the future. So it could be moving in together, getting married, buying a house, whatever it is. But you're feeling supported, you're feeling good, and you have a light mind about it. But there's something here about, I don't know, it's interesting because there's something coming up around it's almost like you know what it is? You know what I think it is, Cap? It's like you're putting to rest questions that you had with regards to nurturance, because the food card also talks about being nurtured. And this card came up reversed. The final point in which it ended up in the spread, it came up reversed. So with the placement of this card, it could mean that you're putting to rest any ideas that you had about a lover or love relationships where you thought, you projected, you weren't being guided correctly and that you were not going to be nurtured. So I don't know if that's going to make sense to all of you. This is talking to those of you who have not felt like love was in the cards for you. So for that population, it could be that this month you're turning all that around and you're actually giving that a break. And so any perspective that you had, like, oh, it's never going to happen for me, or it's not going to happen, it can't happen for me, I'm not going to be nurtured. It's like you're giving it a rest and you're actually allowing the lover to show up. You're actually allowing the lover to meet you. And you might be becoming the lover that you so desire for the other to be. So there's some maturation going on with regards to a lover. And again, for some of you, this has to do with your partner. And it could be a proposal that comes. It could be, you know, moving in together. Some communication about something that comes together, being supported for the future. Very interesting, that. And again, with grace and beauty coming up for you, Cap, it's very interesting. There's something just light and lovely for you unfolding for at least a good portion of Capricorns out there. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what the archetypal maturity is for you. What quality in you is asking to be matured over the course of the cycle? What is it that wants to be matured and evolved? So Cap. Interesting. Bully is coming up. So it doesn't, right now, it doesn't feel like it fits with the spread, but it came up for a reason. And it was a clean break in the cards too. So let's take a look. So Bully wants to be evolved through you this month, okay? So with all of this lightness and beauty and celebration and future communications, all of that, this wants to be evolved. So this is, and it's interesting because it has to do with communication. So the shadow attribute that wants to be evolved, Capricorn, is concealing deep fears behind verbal and physical abuse. Okay, verbal abuse. Let's focus on that. For what wants to be evolved into is highlighting your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Okay, so this is about you getting clean and clear about how you bully others, but also how you bully yourself. Okay, and that can cause all kinds of issues, right? Because there's a lack of listening there then that occurs. If you're motivated out of fear and anger, then you're not present. You're not present with yourself and you're not present with the other. So whatever bullying threads have been in your storyline, in your soul's story, that in your life has been there to be matured, this month is a beautiful month for you. And so what wants to be evolved is any threads of the bullying nature that still exists within you, because many positive things are available for you. The soil is rich for you, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let's take a look. This is Colette Baron Reed's beautiful Enchanted Map deck, and we're going to pull the guidance for you this month. What is the main guidance for Capricorn over the course of the cycle? Field of Dreams reversed. So again, we're talking about, it's interesting that Bully and Field of Dreams are coming up as they are. So let's take a look. So this is number 21. I turned right to it. So Capricorn, this came up reversed for you. Number 21, Field of Dreams. The meaning of the card itself is your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. Now, let's read it reversed. Are your dreams your own, or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possessions, or prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? I have to say, Capricorn, you know, here we are, we're focused on, this is telling you to refocus the goal story, the material, getting the tasks off your list, and the material goal-seeking story. So I want you to drink this in because this is good for you. This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting. if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power to create is inside of you. So this card is talking about connecting with your own dreams. And it's interesting. I want to redirect to the spread because there's some communication coming to you about the future. Or you will instigate the communication, but there's something happening with regards to a plan for the future, or something's coming forward that's going to bring about the image of your next chapter. And it could have to do with whether or not it's with a lover or not. And so because there was this reversal of nurturance here, I mean, this is the thing, Cap. All of this is so positive, but it's interesting because there's the hook. It's like, it's a beautiful month for you. It's it's laid out. The soil is rich for it to be really delightful. But the fact that bully is wanting to be addressed, which has to do with natural intimidation factors. So this could be you. This is about your evolution. So it's somehow you are, for example, if you are partnered with a bully, so if you are with someone, a lover, a spouse, a partner who is a bully, that bully is reflecting something within you that self-bullies. Or this has to do with you bullying external to yourself. And if you're bullying external to yourself to another person, that also reflects an internal bully. So either way, we're talking about an internal bully that wants to be evolved and matured. This is about getting out of that, right? So there's beautiful things happening, yet you still have to become aware and mature the inner bully, the inner critic, the one that beats yourself up. You have to, get clean and clear on that. And then it's a matter of really connecting with your own dreams, making sure that the whatever future communications or plans about the future are what you desire. So this is interesting. Let's take a look and see what your Dakini is bringing up. The Dakini is the embodiment. Who are you to actually become and embody over the course of this month in order to walk this path with least effort and optimal flow? So let's take a look. Capricorn, so this month you are called to become and embody number 48, Algeia. From my body, life emerges. I feel it dividing and multiplying. Within the cells of me, life creating life floods my being with ecstasy, and I writhe orgasmically. My being is comprised of intelligent colonies. I honor every cell of my body as equal to myself. I am connected to the cellular consciousness of all being, all potential.